Welcome to the Witching Hour podcast with your host, John Roysland.
Behold the fall, the collapse of Babylon, fall of the Tower of Man. When the stars gleam from the heavens, and the dead walk the earth.
Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome to a very special episode of the Witching Hour podcast. I'm your host, John Roysland. Tonight I have an exclusive film review for you. Devour the movie. Writer-director Scott B. Hansen agreed to grant the Witching Hour podcast to be the very first reviewer to actually do a movie review for the officially unreleased Devour the movie, which is coming out very, very soon. It is just in time for Halloween. And let me tell you something, boys and girls. Devour the movie is exactly what you want and what you need for a good Halloween movie. This is now going to be on your every year have to watch routine. Devour is craziness. Devour is everything that you want in a Halloween and monster movie all in one. Like I said, written and directed, by Scott B. Hansen, who also brought you one of my other favorite Halloween themed movies, Bad Candy, which I absolutely fucking loved. And I love this man because obviously he shares the same passion for Halloween that I do. Now, if you guys remember, a couple months ago, it's been a good couple months ago now, he interviewed with me when Devour was still in very, very early production of the film, and it was actually still being titled Virginia Bitches, which was probably kind of pulling the wool over everybody's eyes, and I get that and I understand why. So the story goes as such. One of our main characters, Gus Langley, the film starts off, we are back in the Civil War, and gentleman dies, so to speak. So you think, by two or three individuals who are kind of on his trail. Well, modern day pops up. That same gentleman just happens to be tour manager, driver, roadie, everything for a female band called Virginia Bitches. Now, in that band, we are fronted by Heidi Shepard, who most of you might recognize from Butcher Babies. We have Caitlin E. Newberry, my personal friend, my girl Chelsea Lesage, as well as Alexandra Lucchesi, who are all fangers. What's a fanger? Vampires. So, as they play their metal band, because they're not a rock band, they are a metal band, as you will hear in the movie. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but there are just so many great lines in this movie, and there's just so much excitement to it. Um, the girls, obviously, after a show, people want to meet the band, so the band gets to eat the fan. Fair trade, right? So it is all about survival. Um, they end up in a town full of cannibals. Just when you think the story is basically all about the band, that's when the real movie kicks in. Um, Surprise, surprise, because we are introduced to the likes of such creatures as a minotaur. Now, I know you guys are all familiar with Wolfman's Got Nards. Okay, well, Mr. Hansen and the crew have taken it to a step further. This Wolfman don't have nards. This Wolfman's got boobs. Okay. Um, we've got cannibals, we've got minotaurs, we've got wolfmen, we've got Dracula. We have what else do you need in a vampire movie or in a monster movie? You need a monster slayer. John Wells plays as Rip as Van Helsing. Um, Guys, I can't stress enough how much I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And the thing I really admired the most about it, the imagination, the thought that it went into it. Upon first starting the screener, the entire time length of the film popped up, and I looked at it, I was like, holy shit. If I remember correctly, it was 2 hours exactly, maybe even a little longer. Um, And I'm worried at that point, thinking, my God, how are they going to stretch 2 hours out? And they did it, and they did it beautifully because they didn't rush anything. Every vampire throughout history has a history of where they became, why they are, who they were before they became. And it shows a little bit of that, just like it does in the Civil War. With Gus that I'd mentioned. My apologies. Um, so the band itself is the main character in a world of monsters versus demons versus everything else in the world, all in Salem, Virginia. Um, the movie is created by Digital Thunderdome. And if you get this reference, when I say welcome to Thunderdome, bitch, that should be their new slogan because Digital Thunderdome, I am completely enamored of you guys. The production is overwhelming. The graphics are overwhelming. The set production, everything is over fucking whelming. I have never seen. I don't even want to label this as an indie film. I swear to you, I have sat through Hollywood productions that were not even as close to this one. This movie is top-notch production. Acting is great. Oh my God. My girl Chelsea Lesage, I believe actually has already won an acting award for her role as Joe, and she is hysterical. I mean, absolutely hysterical. I got to work side by side with her in a film a couple years ago. The girl's amazing, who I've also interviewed, so please be able to look that one up. Um, she's doing great. You are going to see characters that you've never even dreamed of before. I'm going to introduce to you the name Queenie. Okay. Um, Another good friend of mine, Corey Dean Cowley, whose um, horror modeling has taken her to new levels in acting, and she has a bit in this movie that she has mentioned in the past, and she's only given the name. And I kept waiting anxiously to see her piece, afraid that it was just going to be a quick cameo flash of, oh, there she was. Yep, she's hiding behind that tree. Do you see her? Oh, there. Yep, yep. No, we get to see Queenie. And God, I don't even know what to say about it. Corey, great job. Absolutely. Um, Nothing like I've ever seen this before. An entire pool full of blood. Um, the transformation scene from American Werewolf in London is one of my all-time favorite scenes in any horror movie as far as special effects go, practical effects at that. Um, the wolf man or wolf woman, if you will, transformation scene in this one was almost hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie. It was that good. Um, just some of the, it was almost stomach turning. Everybody in the film did a great job. Um, I just, I honestly can't say enough about this movie. Again, I was concerned when I saw how long it was, and then realized how well they had managed their time, how smartly they did this. And it's just an amazing film. When this comes out, you've got to jump on this. You've got to get yourself a copy. I don't know. I haven't spoken to Scott in depth as far as the release. I know the film is being shown, uh, I believe, in certain venues, film festivals, perhaps. Um, the copy that he sent me hadn't even had its final audio mix on it. So I'm very, very grateful. I am very thankful to Scott for entrusting me and allowing me to not only view his film, but also to be the first to do so and to do a review for it. Um, Everybody involved, I've looked up the size of the crew itself on IMDb, and it has a Hollywood-sized list of names for the crew, just to give you guys an idea of the production that goes into this. Now, how much of this was actually done on Digital Thunderdome's um, property, their studio? I don't know. Obviously, there are a lot of scenes that are interior that you could tell were probably man-made sets. Others were obviously outside. Now, just from the get-go of the Civil War, the reenactments, excuse me, the costumes, the set, the explosions of cannonballs, you really, really felt like you were there. I that's and I know I look old, so maybe some of you think I was there. I don't know. I don't care. But what I cannot stress enough is the production, hands down. You you guys need to be in Hollywood on Oscar night next year and be given so many damn awards. So Scott, Hansen, um, Heidi, Caitlin, J. Gavin Wilde, uh, Corey, Chelsea, Alexandra, and all the rest of the crew. Um, Everybody with Digital Thunderdome, my applause. I am a huge, huge Halloween fan movie. By that, I mean movies that are circled somehow and incorporated around the holiday. This does, it falls into it. And not only, like I said, is it a Halloween movie, there's no slashers, there's no chainsaws that I remember. No, no chainsaws. It's a monster movie. a genuine monster movie, and it's fucking incredible. Hands down, you guys have got to see it, support it. If for no other reason, the thought, the detail, the imagination, all the hands that were involved in this, job well done. Um, Folks, I'm sorry I keep saying just because I don't want to forget about anything. There is so much credit that deserves with this film. I have gotten so tired of seeing all these movies coming out, streaming on Tubi, and they're all free. And I wanted one good Halloween seasoned movie that wasn't from the 70s, wasn't from the 80s, wasn't a cult classic movie that everybody's seen a million times and wears t-shirts of all year round. I wanted something new, something fresh, something that I hadn't seen before that's going to make me love the Halloween season all over again. And fucking Devour the movie is it. It doesn't, no, I can't even say, I was almost going to say it doesn't actually show people trick-or-treating, but it actually does. I apologize. At the beginning, it's got Main Street, it's got Halloween parades, it's got trick-or-treaters. It's beautiful. It's everything that you want to see. And then it blends off and goes into the story. And the amount of blood, the amount of gore. I'm sorry, I didn't even touch on that yet. I've always been, people get shot. All right, they get shot. Ever since I was a kid, one of my all-time favorite scenes was Dawn of the Dead. Um, they're in an apartment building, the door gets kicked open, there's a zombie, the head literally gets blown off by a shotgun. I'll never forget that. It's one of my all-time favorite scenes. Those are the special effects that I like. This movie delivered. There is more blood in this film alone. I cannot stress when I say, I don't even want to say just the ending of the movie, because halfway through, it really picks up. And that's not to say the beginning was slow. It builds the story beautifully. And then you get the turning point. And from that turning point on, it is total fucking chaos. And there's just blood and guts. You got to remember, these are monsters. They are ripping heads off. They are crushing skulls. They are blowing the fucking tops of heads clean off. And I'm all for it. Absolutely gorgeous. That's where I'm going to leave it. Devour the movie has got to be my favorite film this year. Hands down. Devour the movie. Scott B. Hansen, everybody, Digital Thunderdome, congratulations. Everybody involved, cast and crew, great job. I can't wait to get my own copy. Once you guys do get to see it, let me know what you think. Talk to you guys soon. And while I'm on it, happy Halloween to everybody. See you guys. Keep it evil.